Hey everyone, welcome to Skin and Bones. This is late night, the graveyard shift. We are here to watch Mono's hopefully open an Ultra Grail tonight.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mo?
All right, man. What's up?
Not too much. We're going to do a quick stream tonight. And of course, now I got my effing thing going off. So we're going to go do a quick one. It looks like we got Jeff in the house. Good to see you. As you can see, I was showing Mo my beautiful looking Grail Skeletor. Is this your, fifth cousin, twice removed?
Second cousin.
Second cousin. Okay, I get confused.
Fifth cousin would be inbreed.
So there you go. So anyways, I got one of his cousins. We're hoping he does even better and gets the Grail. Bob Sales in the house. Good to see you. Look at. I guess you just got back from work. We're gonna do a quick stream tonight. Probably a hard stop here in about 30 minutes. So if you guys didn't see, everyone in here did. I know Jeff saw it. He was part of the good luck. He was part of the good luck with my son. So it was Jeff Gate and Son Gate. So here we are. And Mo, has this pull triggered you?
Yeah, a little bit. I would like it.
Although you do have that special one that you can't even get, the one from the convention. So that's pretty cool. I'll never be able to get that. So,
and I'll never pull a Grail Skeletor either. So.
I don't know. I feel like I never would have either. But
so I was already told if I purchase any more Wave 3 cubes, my ass is grass.
And who said that?
My better half.
You're better. There you go. Well, and this is the other one I pulled. 555. So super happy about that.
Oh, that's cool.
That was a cool one.
That's what me and Steph pulled. Amethyst, Panther.
Yep.
Everything else we got commons.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God, look at this. Oh well, that's that. But yeah, I've got lots of commons. I got a few good things, but a lot of commons, uncommons. Did get that. Where is it? The Orko legendary. So that was pretty cool. So what I don't get is that I feel like the Grail Motu should be equivalent to an Ultra Grail, some of these other pulls, since there's like 900 of them. There's 801 more than there are of the Motu Grails. I feel like that deserves something special, but I guess not. Now on the Ultra Grails, I was trying to figure it out. Do you know how many there are of the Motu Ultra Grails?
I do not.
I don't think they're 101s because that's what the UFO, but maybe they're 50. If you guys know in the chat, let us know. You would think we would know, but we don't. All right.
I'm just a paid shill.
Yeah, right. So let's see. One last thing we, of course, know we've got October 26th. We've got the new drop coming out. So I wouldn't mind getting that. That would be pretty cool. Darth Maul, I think it looks pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see how the openings look on those. So I'm kind of excited about that. Just saying, I have 3 legendary and was a giveaway, and 2 were an airdrop. Can't mint pass rare. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's if you think about it, there just aren't that many. So maybe I did really get lucky. All right, so you've got 1 cube. You want to pull that up? You want to talk about the drop coming up?
You pretty much covered it. I'll bring up my screen.
Sweet.
My beautiful 1 cube.
It is beautiful, and you held on to it, so that's nice. Max mint on the 26th. God, I got to stop spending money. That's what I got to do.
Yeah, I will not be max minting Star Wars.
I mean, that's not your big thing. I'm kind of upset.
They keep dropping shit during breeding week. What the hell is wrong with them?
Right. Like, shouldn't they know? I mean,
Damn.
They should be listening to us, the graveyard shift, so they would know these things.
Should be going to sleep, but I'm not gonna be able to sleep, man. 9.5 hours. Get our baby horses. New season. Make a shit ton of money.
Our baby horse will be coming on Monday.
Today is Monday.
Today. You know what? I keep forgetting I'm on Eastern time, so.
That's right.
That's right. Well, cool. That'll be exciting. What are our chances of getting a filly? like 0.
I mean, technically, I guess it's 50-50.
Is it really though 50-50? Actually, my son was asking that. And he asked a really good question. And I said, there's no way, but I didn't really know. He said, can you have like a stillborn birth?
No.
I didn't think so. But I thought it was a pretty good question.
I mean, they're trying to get realistic and shit, but
not that realistic.
You know, I guess if you spend $60 on the breed, you wouldn't be too mad. But there are some breeds that cost like thousands of dollars. So
yeah, no.
If you spend $2,000 on a breed and that thing came out as a freaking stillborn, you'd probably rage quit the game. So
you definitely would rage quit the game. So all right, well that makes sense. All right, well let's see here. Let's do some praying in the chat, Jeff. What do you do, Jeff? Is there something you do to screw us over? I feel like maybe you have something you do before you get on. He tricked us last time because he did fall asleep. he wrote in the chat later on in the comments. He's like, "You were right. I did fall asleep, and I left the stream on." But here's the thing: I think it was broken with Syndicate, my son, and Jeff. And by the way, my son and I completely agree. He thinks the rares are the best. He said that Skeletor is the best looking one, and I actually agree. Yeah, it's the best looking one. Which one do you think's better?
Probably this and the Grail.
No, not
the Grail. The Grail's dope, dude.
The Grail's pretty cool, but man, that Inferno.
The Inferno looks sick in action.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I haven't seen it. So have you seen it? Hey, Big A, good to see you, man. Yeah, I've not seen that one.
No, I haven't seen the Skeletor Inferno in action, and will not be seeing this one in action.
Right?
I mean,
yeah, no way.
Nah, probably not. I'll probably buy
if you
high mint when the market. Yeah, well,
yeah,
like I said, I'm not. I doubt I'll be grabbing any more Motu cubes anytime soon. I'm way more invested in Cryptoys than I ever planned to be.
Right, I know. Especially after the Motu drop. That was crazy that it was buy 5 get 10 free.
But you got a Grail Mickey, got the Grail Luke, got 2 Grail Mickeys actually.
You got like a 34. I mean, you definitely have some good mints.
Yeah, when the marketplace opens, we'll be doing some trading.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, my only thing is I'd like to get like the Mickey Sorcerer, which I only need the Pluto Legendary, and I'll get the Grail version. There's no way I'm going to get the crazy Ultra Grail version. So you do have, what's the Legendary Skeletor? That's the Eggplant?
No, the Eggplant is the Elite or
Epic.
Epic.
There you go.
Yeah, I got another Eggplant Skeletor yesterday.
Oh, really? Nice. Good mint or?
Nah, it was a higher mint than what I had. It's actually my 3rd Eggplant Skeletor. Yeah, I had 224. I pulled 390 with Steph. I pulled 763 Amethyst Panther.
Okay.
Pulled another Common Sorceress, crappy mint.
Trapjaw. Which one is that? Is that a common or is that a? Yeah,
it's a common.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I don't think maybe I wasn't there for that. Maybe I've seen that.
Yeah, some of these show up and I don't even know where the hell they come from, if I'm being honest.
We do have a lot of those common Panthers. I do too. Yeah, see, that's pretty cool too. I like that.
That's only cool because it says legendary on it, and people are like, oh my god, legendary.
No. I'm looking at the gold.
And it's gold,
I'm just I'm looking at yours. Definitely liking it. Hey, Hanano, good to see you, man. Let's see. Jeff's saying, I hope I can sell his 80 Luke, 1980, which is Empire Strikes Back, to make back a portion of the 1,500 I spent on Cryptoys. I mean, I think you'll do pretty well on it. Of course, it's going to depend on how the market is, and not financial advice, but I think you're going to do well. I told you that's a good mint that's worth having. So, what do you think? Yeah, I don't know how much.
Fish with my damn Grail Mickey.
Right. When do we get to do that? Looks good. I mean, I finally have all the Grails of those. But I feel like I'll never get that Pluto Legendary. It's just not going to happen. But
yeah.
We'll see. It's like I feel like you know, I still can't believe Dino has 3 Ultra Grails. What kind of craziness is that? That is some good effing luck. And I don't think he's bought a ton of cubes. That's just good luck.
That Dino magic.
Something magic. Did anyone in here get the Funko? I know Bob Sales, you've got one coming. I want Bob to get that number 1. Look like Alex was debating whether there's multiple ones or just one. Like he didn't really know. I saw that on Twitter not too long ago. So I don't know. I think there's just one like they normally do. So either way, if you have number 1, it's a good deal. You just made 15, 20 grand minimum.
But what if 1 is 2, like Palm?
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, Hanano's saying Dino's a hacker, for sure a hacker. I love the guy. But yeah, I love to hate him. Yeah, he's definitely
we owe a lot to Dino. I mean, Dino's actually the originator of our ventriloquist act.
That's true. That's true.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Skin and Bone Show. You're getting really good at that. You've always been good at fisting me. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I've learned how to fist over the years. It's one of the things you have to learn as a ventriloquist. So, all right. So speaking of fisting, what are you hoping to get here?
Skeletor.
No,
Dino's always Skeletor.
Skeletor. Dino's a good deal. A good deal. Good dude.
Good deal.
He's a good deal too. No, I actually talked to him for like an hour and a half when I was in Vegas on the phone. He called me up and we talked a few things. So very, very cool guy. He talked to Shelby Cobra. By the way, I'm loving this freaking tattoo. I almost wish I did it bigger.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Yeah. No, but I'm not going to do a sleeve. I'm definitely probably going to have to get another one for the other leg.
You like my boy Derek. Guy had no tats. Next thing I turn around, he's got more than I do, double the amount. Jesus, man.
I'll probably just get one more. Jeff, Canada doesn't get the luxury of buying from Funko. Was Funko only US or did they do Europe also? Kind of like Nike? Because you remember, you weren't there. So Europe got the drop before the US. And then we got it. And Canada was not eligible for the Nike drop, but like all of Europe was. Eesh. That's crazy. Just saying, I hate watching Dino. All I see him getting high rarities, and when he gets a common, he gets low mint. I know it's totally true. Like the other day, he's like, I got the last mint Star Wars, whatever he got. So it's complete luck, but I don't know. He's got something that I don't have. But
I got something you don't have.
I do have this. I do have
I
that.
got something. I got something way better than the hat. A little widow action. Shit.
All right, what do we got here?
Oh, man. All right.
This is my homage to Dino.
I just realized something.
Hey, D, good to see you.
What's up, D?
I missed the Doctor Strange stream, but I saw D was on there. Always busy. See, this is what's cool. If I could get Shelby Cobra, we could just be doing it all the time. Without her, I'm going to have to slow things down. What's the worst?
If you want to save your marriage.
Yeah, that's true. Saving your marriage is something. Dino getting all these good drops just to floor. I know. He can't do it on Cryptoys. He was telling me, that's not really the gig on this one.
Sure.
All right, so my God, guys, if you want to help me out, go check out my new videos. They're horrible. I'm actually in them.
Horribly terrific.
Horribly terrific, like everything I make.
Right.
All right. So as you guys
Here we
know,
go.
we're doing a
I'm
short
gonna
run tonight.
ask for a common.
Okay.
I'm always asking for Grail to get common. I'm gonna ask for a common.
I'm trying to bring in the Dino.
I'll click dead center for Dino.
Yeah, that's a Dino theme.
Give me the common. Don't even make me wait. Just give me the common. Get it over with.
Yes, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, give me the common and get it over with.
1983.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be mint number
Like 42.
976. The most random number. Imagine this.
What if you got that? Yeah, that would be amazing.
2579.
Oh man, I saw that edition 1. I thought you got 1. My heart dropped. I'm so excited. That happens all the time. Yeah. You got the worst possible mint. Like I was going in to go look at when all the people who started, Masters of the Universe, and of course they're like born in 1932. They're also old. So yeah, 2579 absolutely means nothing.
Nothing from nothing means nothing.
But you did have the Tracking says my 2 Funkos arriving Wednesday. People are already getting them. It's amazing. Now the problem is if you got them early for a lot. I was talking about that, but I have a feeling they're going to go down in price. My opinion, probably not true.
Not financial advice. Not Funko-antial advice.
Right?
Not Funk-antial.
Now, as everyone knows, today it's Fool's Day.
I mean, kind of, sort of. Technically, Fool's Day is until 10 a.m. when the babies are born, but yes, okay. It is the day.
So 10 a.m. we're going to know
Eastern.
Eastern, if Mo and I's, well, actually, Skin and Bones horse Joyride is going to have a filly or a colt. So that's going to be interesting because we get a filly. I think we said we're going to keep it until we can get another filly, and then we can start talking about selling. But I'm going to listen to whatever Mo thinks is the best play.
Yeah, I mean, as long as horse prices are going up and people are still coming into the game, then yeah, unless you need the money, I'd probably just stack fillies.
I'd like to get 3 fillies, and then if you could get lucky and get 2 in 1 month, which of course is still going to be kind of hard, then sell 1. Now you've got 4, and you keep going that way.
Yeah, I mean that's
the dream. That's the dream.
I mean, I'm hoping to get 4 tomorrow out of 10.
Wow. Has that seemed to be the average?
I don't know. I had a really good first month. I went 4 for 5, or did I go 5 for 5 the first month? I might have went 5 for 5.
Dude, that'd be insane.
Pretty sure I went 4 for 5. But I had a really good success rate, and I think it was 3 the next month, and then maybe 2. And this is basically the first month where I had the other ones that I bought and shut down.
Okay. Well, let's hope. I mean, you could get lucky. You could get lucky, right? You could get 9 out of 10, and then you'd shit your pants. But
yeah, I mean, I'd probably be happy with, like I said, 3 or 4. But I have 2 with my boy. Well, no, one with my boy. 2 with my uncle. 1 with you. That's 4 out of my 10. So basically, out of my 6, I would hope to have probably 2 of my own to sell,
which would be cool.
Because I don't really plan on keeping any more fillies of my own right now.
Because you have how many in your barn?
22.
Yeah, so I mean, like now I would just sell everything you get. Why not?
Well,
You've got a churning machine right there.
well, it depends. It depends if it's an upgrade or not.
Right. Well, but you can most likely, is it going to be an upgrade? Probably not.
Well, so you got to remember the bloodline. So, for instance, I give you this one. Einhorn here is out of Watsana. Watsana is an A,
Right.
and her kid's an A plus. So she's the evolution. If she was an A, I would sell it. Now, if I pump out a baby from Einhorn, I'll be breeding that with an S. I'm probably gonna get an S minus or an S. So if that comes out of Philly, now you probably keep it because you moved up again.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, but
When you breed Watsana, she's an A. She's more than likely going to kick out an A plus, like the sibling Einhorn. Which, if that's the case, then you'd probably sell that. You'd sell the other A plus baby from Watsana, keep the upgraded baby from the A plus Einhorn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, you want to basically, because you're stepping up the generation.
you're stepping up. But what are the chances of you actually mating an A with an S and get, A plus with an S and getting an S minus? What are the chances?
Well,
I know you showed me the chart.
It is good.
It is good. Okay.
Because that's the median.
Right.
So the problem becomes, or the tricky part becomes when you go S to A. Because between the A and the S, you have A plus, S minus. So it could sit on either one of those as a median, right?
Right.
It's easy to get a median when there's only 3 numbers. It's usually the one in the middle. But when there's 4, it could be one of the 2 in the middle. So if you want to keep the horse, you hope for the lower grade. So if you bred an A with an S, you probably want the A plus. It's going to be a better horse.
Then S minus?
Yeah.
Why would that be?
Because it's probably going to have more well-rounded stats.
Okay.
As opposed to a horse that might have got lucky with like one super stat and everything else sucks or is below average, but it got the S minus anyway, and now it's racing against harder competition with less stats.
Right. So, and it costs you more to race, right? If you want to.
And it costs you more to race,
right.
Which, is something to kind of talk about. Right. They changed. It seems like racing went up a little bit.
Yeah, Fib said it was going to go up a little bit, but he said it wouldn't. It was going to be nothing.
No, he told me it was staying the same the other day.
Right.
But
he said it was going to stay the same, but like maybe it'd go up a tad.
Yeah. He likes to cover his bases, but yeah, I won't say it went up like 10%.
I mean, it's actually pretty good amount going up because I mean, some of the races are getting expensive, right?
I mean, it cost me $74 to race Cramden yesterday.
Jeez, man. Yeah, Big A were really good at predicting things when you're 5 minutes behind. And yeah, I'm definitely not going to get the tribal tattoo sleeve next year. In fact, I wanted to get this one on my arm, and Shelby Cobra's like, no, I don't want you ruining the arms. So there you go.
But yeah, so I mean, that's the whole plan, and that's what we're going to do with Joyride. We didn't get a chance to do it, obviously, when you guys had them over with Vault, because obviously you guys were selling the babies, and that's fine. But if anything, it just kind of showed us the blueprint on Joyride that, she is breeding quality horses.
Right.
This filly that she shot out with Yansa, because when we first talked about who to breed Joyride with, he wasn't really paying attention to photo finish, and I was like, bro, this might be your best match. And I was glad he went with her, or went with him rather. Right. But the baby that came out was 8.5 stars. Had a damn good racing record. I mean, I'll take 5 out of 17. And it's a female. So, typically females aren't as good on the track. So, if you get a good running female, that's really good.
Yeah, because you said, well, normally the fillies aren't as good, right?
I mean, in real life, yeah. In photo finish, it's probably not as much of a factor, to be honest. But it definitely feels like they are weaker to a certain degree. But anyway, yeah, so that's the plan. Because, I mean, she's a B+, Joyride. She shot out an A- filly. If this was us, we probably would have kept it.
Right.
Because that would have been
until we moved up, right? That would have been moving up.
Well, that would have been moving up, yeah. Exactly.
Right. Just saying, what's the point of showing off muscles if you don't have a sleeve? And D agrees. Talk to the Cobra.
Yeah.
I
I would
lost
do
my
a
rights to
sleeve,
make a
but
decision. Yeah, I definitely don't have the rights to make any decisions in my life. So, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so this will be exciting to see what we get. I mean, it actually is very exciting because you never know what you're going to get. You could get some type of special boost or anything like that, right?
I mean, you could. I mean, we bred with Yansa again, right? So I think he bred with Yansa twice, maybe just the once.
Hey, Latuda7, good to see you. Thanks for coming
Yo,
in.
what's up, Latuda?
Yep.
What's he saying?
Just about like getting lucky,
Well,
getting some
yeah,
type
because
of
we more than likely going to get the same A minus that
right.
she's been shooting out. But it's a possibility if you get, a nice
Get an
healthy
A?
boost, you could get the A. I mean, you could breed the B plus with an A and get an A. It's possible. It's not likely, but yeah. Well, Tuda had a nice win with one of our stable runners over there, or stable mates, whatever you want to call it, siblings.
Right.
He was a good dude. Yeah, we are just kind of going over some Fool's Day shit. I'm lit out of my fucking mind.
As I say, we only have like 4 more minutes. We're gonna get off here soon.
Yeah, well, I said 1 o'clock, but if B wants to stay up,
isn't it 1 o'clock?
it's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah,
it's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah.
I know, but I said if I control the stream, I get to control when it ends. That's what I like.
Okay. Yeah. I'll continue if you want to continue for sure.
I said, but if we were gonna get on, I'd be like, well, I kind of want to go to like 4 a.m.
Oh no. If you want to go some extra minutes, I'm totally for that.
Yeah. Well, we're talking horses, man. Listen, if you want to talk BB and shit, I'd probably be like, let's wrap this shit up.
So, can you tell everyone who we mated with?
Yeah, we mated with Yansa from my boy Mike Sowers from his stable. And that's who, like I said, that's who Vault went to on the first breed.
Oh, you told me that. That's right.
And the baby had, like I said, 5 wins out of 17 races.
Right.
So that's why we're going back to it for our attempt. If we get a colt, there's 2 options we could probably do with it. We could sell it, but I'd probably say hold it for the Syndicate. Because we have Shoot the Moon starts today.
Right.
Next month, I already have the horse if we want to, if people have interest in the next month. And then me and you, if we shoot out a colt tomorrow, could save that and put that aside to fractionalize off. You know what I'm saying?
If we do another Syndicate, you mean?
If we did another Syndicate, which would be 2 months, from today.
My hats are triggering D. Don't turn into me.
Oh, yeah.
I lead a miserable life.
But if it's a filly, we'll probably just hold that for me and you. We'll shut it down immediately. We'll breed it, and then give us more horses to keep the Cobra happy and, supply the Syndicate horses.
For sure. No, I'm excited. I hope we get a filly because it'd just be a good start because the only thing that sucks is you got to wait, another month. By the way, what's the number of breedings a colt can have? Is it 30 or 26?
35.
35? I wasn't even correct.
A month, yeah.
All right, 35. Cool.
35 a month, minimum $50. That's as cheap as you can put it. So,
right. Does size matter with a horse?
Yes, always.
Okay. All right. So out of all your horses tomorrow, which one are you most excited about? Like you have like
to race or born?
No, to be born. Like that you think you're going to have a chance to get like an S or S minus, get a good upgrade.
Yeah. Well, racing wise, just in case you were wondering about that. Anybody?
Yeah, let's see what your best.
Mojita.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
my S. But they just put out a post tonight that they're changing the retirement age from 3 to 4 years old. I'm not happy about it.
What?
Because which I understand why they're doing it. Because right now you could basically run right dirt. If you have a right dirt horse, you could basically run the championship race and then retire before the breeding week is over.
Okay. But they did it before.
Yeah, well, they realize that it's probably an unfair advantage to that archetype. because the other 3 have to retire before the championship weeks.
Right.
So that first week just gets the advantage. And it's not like they cycle out. You know, if they rotated all the different types of racing, maybe you could warrant leaving it. But anyway, yes, they announced 4 years old. Because basically all the major races are only for 3-year-old horses.
Right.
I mean, there are bigger, like, you know, championship, like stakes races and stuff and whatever, but even in real horse racing, the main, you know, peak echelon racing is 3-year-olds, Kentucky Derby, Preakness, Belmont Stakes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the Triple Crown. Other than that, you know, you'll get big racing.
You have to wait 4 freaking months now.
To retire, correct? I mean, you still only got to wait the 2 to race, but
right, 2 to race.
But it used to be you had to
retire.
race for a month. So, for instance, tomorrow or today, I start racing Mojita. I paid like $2,500 for this horse. I might not ever race her.
That's what I was wondering, because you said, you know, if you have good stats, you don't want to, or a good bloodline, you don't want to mess it up with a loss, right? Like you can just keep it where it's at, and hopefully people breed.
Why do I mess it up with my own stupidity of being like, I'm bored, I just want to watch my fancy horse run.
Right.
And then I'm kicking myself in the ass because I'm like, dude, I just completely ruined the value.
Mm-hmm.
But then I see horses with like 1 for 40, 3-year-old horses that just sell for like $2-3 grand. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. So Latuda's asking a question, Mo, do you think
Nah.
they did that? Yeah.
Because Downgrade won the Derby, I can remember I control the chat. No, I don't think they did. I think they already people were bitching about that for a while. I don't say bitching. People were bringing it up for a while. I don't want to say bitching because they have every right to their opinion. But yeah. So anyway, normally I would be able to race Mojita or have to race her for a month. And then come October, she'd be 3, shut her down. So I could basically just get out 1 month of racing and then breed. Now, I mean, I essentially have to keep her around for 2 extra months of racing. You know, so it's...
But you don't have to race, though. You can just...
Yeah, okay, you put a fucking Lamborghini in your garage and don't drive it.
People do it all the time.
When you've owned a fucking Buick your whole life, and someone gives you the keys to a Porsche, you drive that bitch.
Okay, so to race...
This horse costs more than my car, by the way. My real car.
I realize that. So how... That's crazy, but you do a good job trying to figure things out. I think it's hopefully will work out for you. How much is it going to cost to race? Is the first... Usually it's cheaper, right? Up front. Once you can start racing at 2. Right? That's your cheapest way to get into the races, right? Even if it's an S, it's going to cost less than in another at 4 months, correct?
Right.
Or 3 months, or whatever.
Well,
you can start at 2, yeah.
Right, you can race it at 2, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a tricky thing, man. Like I said, it's do you risk the value? Do you think people might hold the value against it if you don't race it? But then again, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like if that was the case, then horses that are 1 per 30 wouldn't be selling.
As I say, that's exactly right. What has been proven with all the data?
Well, I mean, the fucking sales alone, even from today, it is astounding. I mean, I was looking at it before we got on. So I was doing when you hit me up. So this is a female. This is an age 7 B+.
Right.
So I mean, this is almost like on par with what we got. We got a better version of this with like Joyride. And just to give you an idea, I mean, this horse just sold for $1,250.
Jeez, man.
I mean, horse prices have skyrocketed. Try Everything. I think this is a 3-year-old filly. Yeah. A+, look, 1 for 25 on wins. I mean, okay, 6 for 25 on money, which, all right, a little less than 25%. For a female, people are probably okay with that. I'm not okay with this horse personally. I wouldn't buy this just because of the way I look at my stats. But if you look at the market, you look at the horses that are around. But this horse just sold for fucking, what is that? $250.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. So these are fillies. So even if you're not good at this game, you're thinking to yourself, well, I can just breed. If I get another filly, look, I can sell it. Even if it's the worst filly, I'm going to make a killing, right?
Right. Well, that's why I did what I did. Because I got offered almost $5,000 for Mojito. I
Dang, and you paid $2,500?
just shy of 2,500 with the fees and bullshit. But yeah, I got offered like about $5,000. It was like
That's
4,900.
And then at that point, you're like, you knew you did something wrong. Oh, right. By the way, Gus says it's like having a desk and not breaking it. Be, I guess, owning the horse and not racing.
Right.
So yeah, you're probably saying to yourself when somebody offers you $5,000, well, I just made the right decision.
Well, think about it this way.
Right.
Well, think about it this way. I'm on a free ride with Photo Finish. I don't really give a shit.
Exactly.
I'm not out to answer to my girl and be like, oh, this has to work out. I took this money out of my bank account. Like, there's none of that going on here. Second of all, if I breed with an S plus colt and I get a boost and that thing comes out an SS minus filly, and it's the first SS minus filly of that archetype, I'm looking at a minimum of like 10 to 15 grand in my pocket.
Crazy.
But then the question becomes, do you sell it? And I probably wouldn't. People would think I'm crazy, but I wouldn't sell it. If I got the first
breed,
if I got the first SS minus filly in an archetype, I'm not selling it. There's no shot. Because now you control the top.
Would you sell another one to replace it?
I would sell every other horse born that month and keep the SS minus filly if I had a gun to my head that said make $5,000 this month. But in my life, it doesn't happen because I make the rules. So
right, but isn't it smart to hedge your bets? I guess for you, I understand you're on a free ride. I get that. But at some point, you got to be like, all right, well, I got this. Let me sell one filly, make up for this one that's worth a ton.
Right. When you're not setting the top, that's when it makes sense.
Okay.
But if I have the top and I have the first SS minus filly, I don't care if somebody offered me $25,000, I'm probably keeping it. And then when the second one comes out and someone offers me 15, 20, 25,000, then I sell it. Because it doesn't matter, because even if they share the bloodline, mine still got there first. I'm still going to breed mine first. I'm going to breed an SS minus horse first. You know what I'm saying? So now you just, someone pays you out the ass to be second. That's fine.
Latuta's saying keep the SS and sell Mojito for 8 to 10 grand.
See, and that's a good point too. And a lot of people did that with the original horses. And that's what kind of told me that this game's working, because if I would have saw the original barns keeping the Gen 0 horses and selling the babies, I would have been like, huh, all right, maybe the babies aren't going to be that good. But what people were doing was they were exactly what Latuta said. They're keeping the upgraded babies and selling the parents for a premium. So, you know,
makes sense.
Who's going to win out on that deal long term? I don't know. You know, there's a lot of theory crafting that goes on with Photo Finish. I kind of wish I had more people that had theories that I could discuss with. A lot of the big barns, I mean, they kind of do their own thing. I'm like the guy who's crying for, you know, $8-10 racing, and they're like, raise the fees.
Right, because they've got a good thing going. They have a lot more.
Everybody has a good thing going with the crown. Like it's not. You have to try very, very hard to lose money in Photo Finish right now. But 6 months from now, when the crown stimulus ends, come talk to me. Then we'll see.
Is that for sure? It's gone. There's not going to be any type of thing that's going to replace it.
No, there will be something that replaces it. Ian's already said that. It's going to be more like promotional type stuff. Like, so for instance, when you go to DraftKings, you don't really do much fantasy or sports, but
no, I don't.
If you go to DraftKings, basically every week now for football, you can go there on Sunday morning, and it'll have a little promo that says opt-in, free, no sweat bet. Okay. And you bet $5 to $20, and if you lose, you get a voucher to place another bet. And they'll do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll find ways to incentivize or give kickbacks, you know, to the player. Stuff like that, referral codes.
I saw that in Vegas. You know, bet this amount, we'll give you 500.
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's the model that they need to follow. And they already know that. They know that. But right now, they have something special with Crown, because Crown's a cryptocurrency, so it has, you know, the inflationary value, or it's an inflationary token. So what people buy Crown, when they see an article on Twitter, they're buying Crown, they're spending like $5,000.
Right.
They have no idea what the token even does. They don't realize that they can come. I'm not gonna reveal my balances online, but
No.
you stake your shit away, and I'm basically getting a cut of all my staking that I'm gonna get back in about 9 hours when the season rolls over. Right.
Right.
So they could be taking all that Crown, $5,000 worth of Crown, and getting back like another couple, maybe 100, $150 maybe for the month, just for people racing on tracks. All they gotta do is come in and stake it. They don't even do that because they buy it as a crypto. We're reaping the benefits because the price is going up, which
Right.
means that we're getting more of a kickback. And then at the end of the month, we're getting our racing incentives, and you know, we get like a percentage of all the rake and stuff like that, and marketplace fees and everything. Basically, they take like 40% of that and roll it back to us.
Totally. And yeah, Gus, yes, it's on the Solana blockchain. In fact, that goes into the question I have. There's been an uptick in Solana, and everyone's saying it's due to Crown. You want to explain that?
You know, it's hard to tell because there's not too many other big gaming projects on Solana. There are some that like to say they're big. I don't know if I would agree. You'd have to wonder if Photo Finish and all the shit that they're doing is kind of putting Solana on the map a little bit with certain eyes, but hard to tell. And honestly, I'm so embedded into Photo Finish and out of like I'm just like I'm out of the crypto game. I don't even pay attention to like other crypto projects. You know, it's just I don't have the time.
But you got to think though. You don't need that many people to move markets, right? So how many people are actually?
Well, not this market.
You're right. So how many people are actually in like active users?
I think it's like over 1,000 active barns.
So that could be potentially users, or the barns are split up between groups of people. But that's a lot of horses, right?
Yeah, I mean, overall right now, I think we're at
4,000.
No, we're at more than that now. We actually, last time we checked, it was almost. Oh shit! Every time I use StreamYard, this happens, and it's awkward. I don't keep any of my bookmarks logged in because I just don't want anything to like
Pop up.
dox anything. Yeah, so
smart. I'd say that's pretty smart.
So I use a whole different browser, which sometimes, like I said, my filters and everything aren't there. So we can go in here and actually look. So there was 4,400 and change horses from Gen 0.
Right.
And then as those horses started to breed out, we're currently at 9,323 horses. So
okay,
basically since what, April? Right?
And none of those are what PFL's holding. The ones that weren't from the beginning, that were not. Didn't they hold some of those? And does that number include them?
No. Well, they don't really, I guess they didn't really hold any because it wasn't like a mint where they sold horses. So it's not like a BB drop. It's not like a BB drop where they put up. They're like, oh, come in here and get a blind box and get a Colt or a filly. It didn't work that way. They basically minted the PFPs. Like that's where all the horses came from. I don't even know if this was ever supposed to be. Like it just started off as like a PFP horse project. You know what I mean? So when you look at like the original horses, see, so Joker is an original Gen 0 horse.
Right.
They didn't come from other horses. They came from profile pictures. So these are what were minted, and then they had an event, the breeding event of the PFPs, where people were doing trades and doing this and paying for that to breed with this. But they really, most people said they had no idea what the hell they were doing. And at the end, I think some people started to figure it out. And that's why you get some that are stronger than the others.
Right.
Latuda said 22,500 crowns, going to get him a shade over $150 from track staking.
It's literally just sitting there like in a bank.
Wow, and that's
not financial advice.
Latuda. That's you sit on 22,500 crowns. It's impressive.
Now, 22,500 crown is equivalent to what?
That is equivalent to, I don't know the exact price right now because crowns have been
going up,
bouncing around that 32-cent mark.
Hey, Ronnie, good to see you, man. Yo.
What up, Ronnie?
Because and the staking, is that monthly? Is that what you're getting? Is that what Latuda's getting monthly, or is that
yes? So that's monthly, right?
Okay, so that's why I want to know what the equivalent of what 22,500 crown.
Yeah. So roughly at the current price, you're looking at about $7,200 worth of crown.
So this, again, not financial advice, but if you're staking it, that's a really good return on, you're not getting that in a bank account.
Right, yeah. So he's getting back, and that's based on the racing volume. Right. The more horses we get, the more players, the more you're going to get back on each track every month.
22%.
Yeah, so, and then, you get that back. Let's say, okay, I invest $7,000. I'm getting back $150 a month. All right, so if you look at it long term, you're getting back what, like $1,800 for the year. Okay, so now I got to hold this for 5 years, let's say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To really start getting, my money back, you got to start asking yourself, do you think Photo Finish is going to be successful
of course
for the next 5 years? I think most people would agree it probably has a damn good shot of being very successful for the next 5 years or more. Next question you got to ask yourself is, do I lose the crown when I stake it? No, you don't. You don't lose anything. Yo, what up, Fully? I appreciate you guys coming over to
it's good to see
channel.
Some PFL people in here. Thanks for coming, man.
I try to put it in my Twitter stream, like come chat at your channel, because people actually watch on Twitter sometimes. Like, yeah, bro,
cool. I mean, that's
Twitter.
fine. If they're watching,
sure.
that's cool. Yeah, I don't. But it's nice to see them in here.
Yeah, but if they can chat, what up, Fully? Good to see you, man. Happy Fool's Day early.
There you go.
But yeah, so I mean, you're basically at a 5-year plan at that point. So, like Sid from fucking Hooters, what's your 5-year plan, Sid? If your plan is to hold crown and get that 7Gs back, there you go. But here's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You still own the crown. If crown goes to $1, after 5 years, you've made $7,000, and now you're selling $20,000 worth of crown. So, it's crazy. Staking rewards are locked for how long? There is no lock. Technically, the only thing that happens is you will lose anything that you're eligible for. So, for instance, if I'm staking 20,000 crown and I'm going to make $100, let's say crown goes to $1 tonight, and I want to sell 10,000 crown. I can do that at any time. I can go in, unstake whatever I want, whenever I want. I just lose whatever I was going to get back. So, if I was gonna get back $100, staking 20,000 crown. Now I'm only going to get back $50 if I withdraw half of it and sell it for $10,000. But you gotta do the math, and I did that like 2 months ago.
Right, like if you could sell it, it went up, and you think it's going to go down.
Well, crown 10x.
Right.
Yeah, so crown 10x from when I was holding it, and then I had to ask myself, okay, I'm only making $12 from staking because it was right before all the babies got on the track, so everybody was retired. There was very little racing going on.
That was the 2 months that everyone had to wait. Right.
But Crown everybody knew, so Crown was starting to go crazy. What up, Dr. Strange, by the way?
Yeah, I was gonna say, good to see you, Doctor. Thanks for coming in.
And that's just kind of what you got to do. You take it from 3 cents to 30 cents, and I was like, well, shit, do I make $12 3 days from now? Or do I just unstake the crown now and make a couple G's and buy Mojita? I think the answer was pretty fucking obvious.
Right. But how much crowns in the space? We have a total number?
Oh my god, I forgot the
because I don't want this to be like Dogecoin where like there's 10 trillion of them, and people are like, oh, if it goes to $1, like it's never going to go to $1, and that's not the right numbers on that. But you know what I'm saying? It's not something where it's like outrageously impossible.
Somebody in chat might know the number.
But you know what I'm saying. There were a lot of projects that be like, oh, there's $1 trillion. Oh, we had these burning. This will burn it. It's like you're never going to burn enough to make it worth $1. At least in the where we're at. Hey, Poof, good to see you, man. He's up.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about burning this token.
Okay.
Because again, this is like an ownership token.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and now again, it can't really happen because what up, Poof, by the way?
He missed the cube opening. He got another comment because
I got another comment, Skeletor. Thanks a lot for that.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't pushing the button. He was, taking his dog for a walk.
Right. So Crown is capped. I don't know. I want to say it's like 500 fucking million or something. It's okay. It's a lot.
It's a lot, but it's not.
It's not a lot when you take into
trillions.
account. Well, yeah, it's not a lot when you take into account like how much they've given away. You got the profile pictures that is locked behind, like those PFPs that the horses were bred from. So I can't show you on this browser, but let's just say I owned these two PFPs. Okay, right. I would go into staking in PFPs here, and it'll basically show you. So I have 20 PFPs. So my 20 PFPs show up here, and it basically tells me, okay, this is going to make you X amount of crown per day. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, I don't know, 178 crown a day or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So do the math on that for the 30 days, and now that's where a lot of crown's coming from too, Okay. So
let me ask you this, because I know it sounded like Fib was talking about they're still going to be juicing the races like on Thursday. Are they going to do that any other days? Is that Tuesdays and Thursdays?
They do.
Okay.
No, they do Tuesday and Thursday, but they do randomly throughout the day now. They've been doing it for a couple weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah, see, so you could actually, there's a quick filter for anybody that actually...
Do you want to explain what juiced is, just in case somebody in here doesn't understand that?
Yeah, juice is basically just a team coming through with their liquidity from their pool of like the rake and all the funds that they have set aside for stuff like this. So basically, what people might not know about Photo Finish and Ian is these guys aren't collecting paychecks. These guys aren't taking money from the sales. Like, it's all going back to the project, to us, to the game for, like I said, for a year. So up until May, like, these guys aren't, they're just here to make sure that we can get as many, as many yachts and sports cars as we possibly can.
Right.
I mean, shit, I was even joking with my girl the other day. I was like, because like I told you, I have a Honda Civic. It's a 2005. It's not a shitbox, but, it's a 2005 Civic.
Almost 20 years old, 19 years old, yeah.
And I'm sitting around the other day, and I'm just like, I really want a Civic Sport. And I've worked so hard to get my credit up. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, maybe I'll just get a Civic Sport. Turns out the electric blue that I want is like super hard to find.
Oh, no.
Followed by the electric green, which is super hard. It's like Baja green or something crazy hard to find. But they're beautiful, man. The Civic Sport in those two colors are beautiful. But anyway, so I started looking around. And I just started punching in, like, I was like, Mustang. And it brought up a 2013 hot yellow Mustang. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I might have told you. I had a 72 Boss 302 Mustang. It was Dukes of Hazzard orange.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, it was Dukes of Hazzard orange. Rear drive, positive. This thing was insane, bro. This thing was a beast. But anyway, so I love like the crazy colored Mustangs, and I saw a yellow Mustang with like the window slits on it. It's got the plastic slots and everything, like the old fastbacks, bro. Yo, I clicked on the price. It was actually pretty reasonable. It was like $8,900.
How many miles though?
75,000.
Oh, that's not bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, it was pretty reasonable, I felt like, especially to the blue book value. I was like, wow,
Right.
the blue book, I think, was like 11K, like 10, 11K or something like that. So it was pretty reasonable. It was at a dealership. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, am I about to go look at a Mustang today? And I said to myself, I'm like, nah, I gotta buy more horses.
You're almost there, though. You're almost there.
We're almost there. We're almost there. We're gonna get out of poverty soon.
Well, and the thing is just keep your eyes open all around the country. I mean, we did that for RV. We were willing to go anywhere, and it saved us $7,000. So
yeah, I was thinking about it. And yeah, so the long story short, the Juice is the team, taking no money, giving it all back to us. You could always just select Juiced only, and it will tell you exactly what races. Has like a little juice box, basically telling you what's got extra money in it. And you'll find other ones where they come in and they'll put wagering liquidity too. Yeah, like this pick subsidy here.
okay,
but they actually came in and just. Well, we can't see it yet because the horses aren't in. But once it opens, oh shit! They finally added back the calendar. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna dox myself. Holy crap! Oh no, I'm on the other account. Ha.
Make sure. Just unsure for a second. Okay.
Nah, we're good. We're good. Oh, cool.
Okay, so tell us what this means, because.
Well, I've been saying it's annoying when I see a race that I want to join.
Right.
But it doesn't open for like 8 hours.
Mm.
And I go to sleep, I wake up, and I forget in time, and I miss the race or whatever. So now I can just have it notify me, at a certain time. Like, if the race goes off at 12 and it opens at 4 a.m., I got to make sure I, do that.
For sure. By the way, Gus, there's it's absolutely a gambling game with other aspects to it, right?
Yeah.
You got the racing, which is the gambling, and you can learn all of that and do all your bets that way. But there's this whole other aspect, which is really cool. It's going to be involved in all of it, some of it, none of it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get it twisted, right? Horse racing at its core, as
it's gambling.
Crown hopefully starts to create another uptick here. Oh, I was like, where the hell is my? Where are all my trend lines? I forgot them on the browser. Kind of hope we can stick here. I might be triggering people because
I was going to say, because you're the candlesticks, right?
Well, no. But depends who you talk to. Some people don't use wicks in TA, and I'm one of those people. I only use the candle itself. I don't use the wick. I don't believe in that, because a lot of times it gives you a false trend line, because this might be a quick surge where it's like, it might be a pre-made sell or something. It might be some manipulation. So I typically don't really put too much into this. But these marks right here, all touching pretty damn close. Right. That I would put more stock into. But and then obviously we can go into here and we could just probably trigger some more people. Probably descending wedge coming down. So more than likely at 7 a.m. Eastern, around that time. No. We're gonna get a squeeze, right? Because we're on a downtrend technically. Right. We're on a downtrend, current micro downtrend, but we're on a macro starting to create an uptrend. So both things can't coexist at the same time. It's just not a possibility. So something has to happen, and usually what happens, it's funny because I drew this the other day on stream and it actually happened, but it'll come in like this, and then a lot of times you'll get the early squeeze down.
As you say, right, it goes down just a little bit and then
but it's a fake out.
Up. Right.
It's a fake out, and it'll come back up, and it'll usually hold above the trend line. Now it accumulates, it'll slip a little bit, and most of the time, now you'll start to catch the trend back up.
Right.
Or vice versa. You'll squeeze up and then down. Yeah. So I love TA. It's one of my favorite things to do. Again, I give people fucking coronary sometimes looking at my charts, but it will come back and tell me, they're like, holy shit, 3 months later your lines are still accurate. So it is what it is, right? But anyway, that's Crown continues to move up. Gus, if you have more questions, please join the Discord. Join the PFL Discord. Get a hold of David And if you really, really want to get the tokenomics and all that stuff down, you want like real answers and not just half-baked shit, talk to David. David is the man. We don't have a command for PFL in your chat.
No, we don't. But we could. We should.
True. TA works because most people use the same tools, self-fulfilling thing. I partially agree with that. But when you start looking at certain analysis and certain... People look at things a different way, you know, people look at puzzles differently, right? That's what I'm saying. So I look at like the outside the box TA. Though that's the type of shit I like to find. Yeah, I don't think we have a command in your chat.
No, we don't.
I'm gonna post it in private chat, and then you're gonna have to post it because.
Okay. Go ahead.
Invite people. Because I'm streaming to Twitter.
Nice.
How do I send a private message? Oh, there it is.
We have some people on Twitter?
I don't know. Doesn't show me Twitter comments.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Here's the Discord. This is going to be for PFL.
Yeah, so join that. Like I said, get a hold of David if you really want to get like the best tokenomic and all the analysis of the whole ecosystem. Nobody does it better than him, in my opinion. Really, really good. Macro and fundamentals alongside TA's best non-financial advice. True. Very, very true.
Hey, Roger Collects. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by.
It's like when everyone's like, oh, man, we're on an uptrend. We're on an uptrend. If everyone's saying we're on an uptrend, man, I'm looking for that downtrend. You know what I'm saying?
Right. If they are all saying that's exactly what's going to happen.
Morning to Roger. Morning to Roger. But yeah, so what else? What else? What else? We went from 4,400. I think only 4,000 horses were actually redeemed.
That's what I thought you originally said, but we're at 9,000 now.
Well, right, because they're breeding.
They bred, right.
We used to have a meter. I don't know where it went. To be right over here. Oh, here it is. So 4,350 was the original amount of horses that were created.
Right.
Out of those, 3,639 were actually redeemed. So 16% of the horses. So I mean, quick math at home. What was that like? 670 horses, something like that. Basically, we're not redeemed. So we're gonna live without those horses. So what's gonna happen now is it went from 3639 up to 9323. And that's just gonna continue to climb.
Okay.
But out of the number, only 3,274 are racing. Which means right now, there's actually less horses racing than there were on day one of photo finish. We had 3,400 horses. And now we're at 32 racing.
Right.
So if you take the racing number with the foals, so you got 3064 and 3274. And that's like, I don't know, 63 something 4, because I'm way too high to be doing math right now with more than one.
I don't do math in my head, but yeah.
I'm usually pretty damn good at it. I think my math was on before. No one corrected me, but
no, it seemed right, but
yeah. So that's what we're gonna have. So when these foals, get on the track, now the racing number is gonna be up to there. But then, out of the 3274, some of them are gonna retire. 2375 have retired, of which 610 are studding, which means fillies can go to 610 horses. All right, so do the math on that. So 2375 minus 610, like 1,765.
24, yeah, something like that.
And then I blow my girl's mind with stoner math sometimes. I mean, that actually might be wrong. But she's like, hey, you did that quicker than me. You're stoned out of your freaking mind. But then other times it'll be like 2 plus 2, and I'm like, oh, 743. It's like, what? But yeah, so 2375 retired, 610. So like I said, roughly 1700 fillies. All right. Well, I mean, I guess you actually could just sort it down even more if we really wanted to. So it's actually 2300 fillies are retired.
You know, like Latuda's saying, it's going to blow up with that retirement age going to 4 now.
Yeah, I hate the retirement age going to 4. It fucked me on Mojita. It fucked me on some deals that I had in place.
Yeah, I mean,
for swaps and shit like that.
I was gonna say you couldn't be grandfathered in.
I felt like they should have been like any horse that's already born is grandfathered in. Like
right.
Horses that are born.
I think so.
I would think like horses that are born today at 10 o'clock a.m. Like I might actually want them staying up at this point.
Oh Lord.
Oh, if I stay up on Foals Day, I can easily stay awake.
Oh, I know you can. That's craziness.
But yeah.
By the way, if somebody doesn't mind,
4.
Hit that like button. I'm being triggered by this 13.
Hit the damn like button.
Hit the damn like button. Save the day. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I got lost in the thing. All right, so I'm trying to think. So you think tomorrow we're gonna have the squeezes? It's gonna fake out people, and so, but then it's gonna have a nice little jump. Obviously, not financial advice. You never know.
Well, the thing about Crown, oh shit. Trying to do anything with a 15-minute candle's not great. Mm-hmm. But if there's anything that you can kind of get from a lot of these,
right,
is that most of the time it's usually pretty damn accurate, and it's on time with the season ending. Because that would be a trend there. So trend line basically starts here. The timing of these, the reason why I'm doing this, is because it's usually on par with the new season.
Right. We've
so
talked about this before.
Yeah. Usually about 3 to 5 days before the new season, you'll start to get a little bit of a ramp up. Right now, however, because of some articles that have come out and some new investors that have come out, we've had some abnormal spikes, kind of like this one here.
Right.
This was some really, really big Solana crypto news guy outlet. Some shit. I don't know who the hell they are, but they did some really, really good write up about, how good the ROI is on the token and how good the team is and the tokenomics and going over the white paper. And it really, really did a lot for the token. So,
and here we are here. Hey, by the way, Gus, yeah, so I'm in because of Mo. So we went in on Joyride, which was the one that Vault had on his syndicate. So we got that, and of course, then I'm part of the syndicate also. Drop Zone. We got a new one tomorrow. Do you want to tell them about that?
Yeah. Before we look at the new, let's check out the old real quick.
Yeah.
So Drop Zone had another second today. It was a yielding track. Again, this moisture has been freaking killing. Look at this shit. Yielding, sloppy, yielding. All right, fast here actually, but ran second. But yeah, the bottom line, and people are sitting around going, "Oh, well, he was winning so much, and now he's not." It's like, well, a couple things. Right. One, the schedule kind of went to shit. It seems like the last week of every season, they either start to run out of crown that they allocate for like racing for the month or something, because it's just the schedule gets weird. But it was hard to find races, so a lot of times I'm like, oh, I'll put him on a turf race. I'll race him 9, or I know he hates it. I'll put him at 9 just to watch him run. Because a lot of times he'll at least hit the money.
Right.
And if we could at least make our money back and watch our horse run, it seems better. And like, look at his stats. I mean, he's really, really, really good here. Like 1 missed podium at 12, 1 missed podium at 11 in the entire month. You know what I'm saying? So if you take away the first 3 races where I fucked up, I said this race at 9 on the turf. That was a wet track. It was like 100% chance of rain. I said, fuck it, let's put him in.
Right.
He's really only got 2 bad races, honestly. And that's just my honest feedback on the horse.
Because if you know that those first races were bullshit, right? Like you knew they weren't good and you know why they weren't good. So now those really don't count. I get it. Because now you know where you have to place drop zone in order to win, which is going to be the 10, 11, 12 furlongs, right? 11 being kind of that sweet spot.
I mean, he might even love 10. He might be best at 10. We actually don't know. I've actually been looking for a 10, and it's usually 12. Nowadays, it's 12 all the time.
I know. I was going to say, that's what you were saying the other day.
And a lot of times at 12, he'll take the lead and then try to hold on, you know.
So why, just so people know, why would we not want to, of course it changes now with retirement age, why would we not want to retire and start breeding? Because he has such a good record.
Well, we don't have a filly to breed him with.
But somebody else could potentially say, oh, we like what he's doing.
I'm not going to say nobody would breed with drop zone, but I wouldn't rush to shut him down expecting to make money breeding. You know, if we wind up racing them for 6, 7 seasons, or I mean, I highly doubt we will. I really don't see racing any horses more than like 3 or 4 seasons.
Because isn't after 4 now they're apt to be injured, right? Or they could be, correct?
Yeah, they have a higher likelihood to be injured. They're going to hit their peak, and then they're going to start to downgrade. So,
right,
you know, you want to play that.
Right. Of course, if they're injured, that could get into the bloodline, right? So now that trait or that injury is not going to be passed down, correct?
It is passed down, yes. It is kept on the genetic tree and passed down. Now, whether or not that's going to really, mess with anything, is it going to make the babies more prone to injury? We don't know yet. We don't have, we don't really have that. Gus wants to know what's Derby. Okay,
good
so
question.
Derby is basically USD on the site. So think of it like V-Bucks with Fortnite. You put a $1 in, you get 100 V-Bucks. So $1 is 80 Derby. They do it for you never want to peg $1 to $1 or a token to $1 because then it has like a weird peg and they can actually put other financial attachments to it. Which is why when you buy V-Bucks on Fortnite, it says buy $10 worth, get 10% free. Because now it fucks with how much you're actually paying per V-Buck,
Right.
and it actually unpegs it from the dollar. It's actually a brilliant marketing ploy.
Very smart.
But Photo Finish chose a different route. They chose to confuse the hell out of people. Vault could never remember it. And listen, even I struggle on the math sometimes, but you learn it. You do everything in increments of 80, so
Right.
80 for $1, 800 for 10, 8,000 for 100, 80,000 for $1,000. You just start to kind of go with that. It is a stable coin, yes. The crown is the inflationary token, the crypto, and then the Derby is a stable coin. And like I said, that's how you enter races. That's how you pay for breeding. That's how you buy horses on the marketplace. It's how you wager. What else? That's it. Yeah, so the crown, the Derby, and those are the main 2 you need to focus on. What else? Here's it. So, last thing about Drop Zone. Wrapping up first season with Drop Zone. Had a great season. Left third firm. So basically, these dots are where he races in comparison to the other horses at his grade. So against other A horses at 11 furlongs, the gray box is like the average. Look how many times he raced above the average.
Right, exactly.
And more importantly, look at how together they are at the top. And not like this. So 12 furlongs, he's got a couple above average too, which is nice. But then see how he's got these down here too.
Right.
So he's got way more of like a variety. The variance is higher at 12 furlongs, so he's way more hit or miss to, run off the board.
Which is no good. This gives you more of an accurate description of like what he potentially can do.
It's gonna be, you could definitely, it's more reliable. Yeah, there is a lot to discuss, but that's why you definitely do your own research. Like I said, man, if you don't join the Discord, hit me up on Twitter. I'll put you in touch with David. David will always take time out of his day when you get a minute to explain some things to you.
And there's the Discord in case you want to join.
Yeah, but there is just so many moving parts to this. And there's so many different ways you can attack it. You can make a lot of money, buying and selling horses, in claiming races. I've lost a lot of horses that people have resold for 2-3 times what I sold it for. Just because I left meat on the bone. And I'll probably be doing the same thing in like 9 hours.
What about staking the tracks? Like you can actually own the track too if you have enough money in there.
Right. So it costs a lot of money to get majority ownership. But if you did have majority ownership, you'll be able to do things like sell advertising space. So let's say you actually had a contact at, I don't know, Best Buy or something, or some major like company. If you had a contact like at the high up there and they wanted to do an advertising gig, if you had majority ownership, you sell the advertising space. So let's say you spent, let's just say 50 grand, got you majority ownership, which I don't think it would actually. I think it's like higher than that. But let's say you put 50 grand in. Now you have majority ownership on the track. Now I go to, let's say, Best Buy or some big old company, and I'm like, hey, let's do an advertising deal. I'll give you billboards. I'll give you this space, I'll have this set up, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the track and blah, blah, blah. And you can sell it to them for 100 grand. If you could make money on the advertising, if you know how to sell it and you know how to market it, it's crazy. It's crazy. It is, Gus. BB is like a kid's game compared to PFL.
It's a total
it really is.
Because there's so much to this. I mean, I actually like, and Mo, I haven't told just over and over. I mean, there is a lot to learn, and just hearing over and over really helps kind of let it sink in. There's a lot to this. But once there's, you can, I wouldn't say game the system, but you know how to go about it.
I don't know if you can game the system. I mean, you can game the system to a certain degree that the team is basically eating ramen and allowing us to get rich while they do nothing, while they make nothing. So in that aspect, yeah. But they're not, like, no one's sitting back going, okay, if I breed these two horses together, it's a gold mine. No one's saying that.
Right.
Because the data, even from two of my horses, who are from the same parents, same exact stats, you know what I mean?
Right.
They ran completely different. So that alone tells me you have to be very, very careful with the variance. If me and you got two horses, let's say we get a filly today, we go back, we breed with Yansa again. And then we get a filly next month. 2 months ago, I would have told you, let's sell one of these fillies right now.
Right.
And let's sell the worst one. And keep the... But right now, today, I tell you, I can't tell you that, I can't promise you that which one's better.
Right.
Because in the case of my two horses, the Einhorn Swansonite, the one that we thought was the worst one kicked ass on the track. Went like 4 for 13, and ours went 1 for 14. And ran nothing like her sister. I put her at all the same distances that her sister ran at. Hated every single one. I ran them twice. Usually I only run each distance once if they run it like shit. But I'm like, no. She's got to like it.
Right.
I was like, she's got to like it. Her sister likes it. No. Nope. 2 at all 3 distances. Hated it. So I stopped running it. And turns out she liked 9 furlongs, not 4, 5, 6. She didn't like it too much.
Right.
She only won one race, but
I mean, at this point, if we were to get lucky to get two fillies 1 month today, right at 10 o'clock Eastern, and then next month, it probably, no matter what it was, I'd probably keep it. Say, let's keep it, and then we can examine what we do the following month.
Right. Well, like I said, it depends on your situation. and
Of
how
course.
much you're in. Okay.
Right.
Me and you're not really in for that much.
No.
My boy Ricky came in. Me and him won a free filly, Watsana, and we started breeding it out. Now we got 3 fillies from there, and we made like over $2,000 from yellow horses.
Crazy. That's awesome.
So he came in for nothing. Basically bred 3 times. He owed me $180. I never even collected it from him. And then we got a 3rd filly, and he was like, "Oh, you want to try to sell it?" I'm like, "Sure." Put up for like $800, and it sold like instantly. And then the asshole sold it for $1,600.
As I say, that was the one that sold for $1,600.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know,
it is what it is.
yeah. But depending on how much you're in for, what your financial situation is, there's definitely gonna be times you want to sell horses. There's gonna be times you want to keep them, and we'll work on that case by case basis. But I want to touch on Drop Zone one more final time.
Mm-hmm.
First month of racing, we are in profit $162. So we will continue to race him. Now, if this horse was at minus $120, we would be having a different discussion. We would be talking about, should we just put him up for sale? Should we run him in claiming races that are easier to win? And then if we get our asses kicked in claiming races, well, then we just have to sell him, or we're just going to be out our money.
Right.
But in this situation, we don't need to have that discussion because he's up 162. It's going to cost more to race him now going forward. So, I mean, if he ran 10 bad races in a row at 3 years old, I mean, he could essentially run out of money, and then we'll have to talk. But
right.
It's Drop Zone. If we run 10, 11, 12, I don't think he's going to run 10 bad races in a row.
I was going to say that he's going to lose them all.
Yeah, so I already did find a race for the 3-year-old season.
For
2:50,
today?
yes, for today, 2:50 p.m. Eastern. But now he's gonna be running against different competition, so it's a little bit different now. Before he was running against the A to S horses,
right?
So a lot of times he was running with like no weight. Now he's gonna be running against A minuses and A pluses, which means that he's gonna be carrying the middle amount of weight. Some horses don't like to carry weight. However, we've learned from Drop Zone that I've ran him in handicaps over and over again, and it actually doesn't matter how much weight you put on his back. He doesn't care. 8 pounds, still closed, ran his normal race.
Right.
And that was on the turf. 2 pounds, still ran second, 2 pounds second. Actually, he runs worse with no weight, so... Yeah, the weight doesn't really bother him, which means, 7 pounds right here on a handicap, see? So he ran, this is the type of race we're going to be running moving forward.
Right.
And he ran against B pluses and Bs and S's, and they all got different amounts of weight. And he came out with 7 pounds on his back and didn't give a flying shit.
So he's going to always have more weight than the Bs, right?
If he's running a handicap, yes. In the allowance race, like the one I joined for today, there are no Bs in this race because it's only A minus to A plus.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you always got to look at, who's in it. Handicap, anybody can join a handicap at any time. It just makes it even. Yes, and now against 3-year-old, 4-year-old, and 8-year-olds, which is going to be something else to worry about because, Dice Man, for instance, who was my 3-year-old.
That's good. Right.
Me and my uncle. He was the first batch of the new horses. And when he got out of the 2-year-old bracket, he was only running against 7-year-olds. But now you're going to have 3-year-olds running against 4-year-olds who could potentially be in their prime. You know what I'm saying? So, because the prime is going to kick in from, I think, 3 to 6 years old, I believe, that's like the sliding range of like the peak. So, yeah, if you catch a fucking 3-year-old peaking against a 4-year-old who's not that good, or vice versa, I mean, it could be interesting. And then, they're all running against the 8-year-olds who are all definitely peaked because they all peaked at the same.
Haven't they peaked, right? They're going to peak and then it's not going to be as much of a challenge, most likely.
Well, if me and you bred 10 horses today, they're all
Right.
going to peak at different times. But if we bought 10 horses on day one with the Gen 0 horses, they all peaked at the exact same time.
Okay, gotcha.
They all peaked at 5.5 years old. What got me to PFL and how long I've been into it, Gus? I've been into photo finish every day, all day, every day since last October. So I've been doing this shit for a little over a year, about 12 to 16 hours a day. Basically to the point where I can no longer work because I'd be losing money.
Right,
So,
you got to keep an eye on everything.
just figure out what I just said, guys. I can't go to work because I'd be losing money. All right? I don't know what the games you could say that shit about. What are the projects? What got me into photo finishing, man, is I've been doing horse racing my whole life. I love horses. And I played Zed Run. I was looking for other games. Came across this. Horses were thousands upon thousands of dollars. And I was like, I will never spend that much money on a horse. Fast forward 2 years. Here we are. I have spent that much on a horse. But back then, it was like, it was unproven horses. Solana was at $200. And, it was like 10 Solana for a fucking shitty, S- S-class filly. So, different times.
Right.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get the squeeze here. We're gonna get the fake out. We're not gonna be awake for it probably, but
Right. But you called it. It's probably going to be.
well, it would actually line up with the timing of the season opening because when the new season opens at 10, that's like right here.
And then there'll be the fake out, or you think it's going to jump at that point?
No, I think the fake out's gonna happen before then, and then it's gonna go up because typically, if it wasn't opening day of the season, I would think this could actually squeeze down. But because of the downtrend and the uptrend being stronger of the time of the month, that's how I see it going. It's almost it'll probably be more like a cup and handle type of deal. You know what that is?
Yeah, yes, I know a little bit about this bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, the cup and handle, for anybody that might not know at home. It's kind of like what I drew here, but it would look more like a cup. You get like the actual cup. Then you get like a quick sell-off. And then you get the handle of it where you would like put your finger. And that's where it would only spike up.
Right.
Then you get something else, which I actually look for is like, I call it the, what's called like the snake coil or the snake head or something. Where it basically starts to consolidate smaller and smaller and smaller or accumulate to the point. Oh. No.
But then it's going to go down.
Yeah, it's like a snake, like coiling up.
Right.
And then it just fucking goes crazy. That's what we always used to look for. But the cup and handle's nice. It looks like we might get something like that here. I hate this fucking website. I can't get Crown on TradingView, so I have to use stupid Gecko terminal for a Crown.
Hey, at least you have something.
Well, there's no alerts. I'd like alerts so I can have it email me or text me when it crosses a certain threshold. A lot of times what I'll do on TradingView is I'll create the tops and bottoms of the range and just say, okay, if it goes, 5% over the top, message me so I know to check in on it, maybe buy or sell, and vice versa.
I feel like you know somebody, his name starts with an M, that could make it for you. Couldn't MJ make something that you could alert you with?
I don't know. I don't know anything about pulling this token data from APIs or anything. I don't know if it's public.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if it'll be public or not.
Not what I do.
What time is it? All right, so I've got probably a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna head to sleep.
Yep.
Just real quick. So
Booked myself
tomorrow,
retarded.
We've got the new Syndicate starting.
Yes. New Syndicate. Horse starts today if you want in.
Now's the time. Good night, Bob Sales. Good to see you.
Good night, Bob. Take it easy, bud. Yes, if you do want in, join the Skin and Bones Discord. Or hit me up on Twitter. And I'll give you the payment info. I believe we have 4 spots still open. For Shoot the Moon. I know a lot of people were like, oh, I'm going to come in because Drop Zone did so good. And I'm trying not to be like a Debbie Downer, but
right.
Seriously, do not expect the same result, because there's no other horses in my barn that really had that type of result besides Dice Man, so take it for what you will. And they share the mom, so it must be the mom that's that good. So yes, so today, Shoot the Moon, where is he? There he is.
Yep, Shoot the Moon.
Already got him in a race. First race for him will be at noon, 12:14. Just need one more person to join, but I'm sure they will. Most people don't know the trick. There's a trick to joining the races early.
Okay.
Because the game thinks the horse is still 1 year old. So if you go to racing and then you click on the horse, it doesn't even let you, like... If I go here and click on a horse that's not in the race. Yeah, if I click on Jet. See, find recommended race.
Right.
You click on that and it just shows you all the races that you can join, you know, for the horse, right? But if you go to a baby horse, like any of the 1 year olds, like Thunderthuck here. There's no find recommended race. So you have to go into like actual races up here. And then use the filters and say, okay, right turf only. Maiden race. And then it will go into all these races here.
A lot of rain. Oh, there we go. 100%, 100%.
There is a lot of rain, actually. My uncle just got a turf horse that's a firm. He doesn't like the rain. And I know he's in a little bit of a tough spot. I have a right turf firm horse as well that I'm a little pissed about because it's all rain. It's like all week too.
Right.
Fucking
Oh,
wild.
it is. Do they give you a weather prediction type thing for the week, or I see the 60%?
Yeah, just go. If I just look at all the races that are scheduled, yeah,
gotcha. That goes through the whole week. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just there's so much rain.
Okay, that's what it looked like to me.
Now, ideally, I'd like to see it where, you know...
0%?
Well, maybe one track's located in, you know, Florida, where it rains a lot. And maybe one's located in a place where it doesn't rain as much. So, you know, you can kind of... Like, maybe one's in, like, Arizona or some shit, you know? Latuda said, can't wait to get his hands on the River Run's red foal one day. Gonna happen. Latuda was there when I bought the horse. Somebody put it in a claiming race for $400, which in hindsight seems like a steal. Wow. It was a $400 claimer. At the time, people really weren't putting fillies in claimers either at that time. But someone put it in. I was streaming. And Latuda was the only one that saw it. But he said my eyes on my skeleton kept on darting off the screen. Because I was pulling up the claim on a different window on my other monitor. Because I didn't want everybody in chat to see I was putting the claim in, because anybody else can go put a claim in, just trying to, you know. So I was trying to be nonchalant, and then when the window closed, I was like, oh, thank God, nobody else saw the claim or whatever. But a bunch of people did put a claim in on that horse, and I got lucky and I won it.
Damn.
And like I said, that horse is responsible for Dice Man. That filly is responsible for Drop Zone. That horse is also responsible for my new filly, Jezebel, who is a sister to Diablo, or a sister to Dice Man. But she's a grade better, so really looking forward to that horse.
Good potential. Good potential.
Yep. Race that one next month. But yeah, for us, we got a race at 12:30 basically Eastern. And time to say for drop zone, like 3 o'clock.
10? Oh, was it 3? Okay, my bad. Hey, Drew, good to see you, man. We're about to go out, or at least I'm about
What
to
up,
go
Drew?
out.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it. I'm gonna go play some NHL. I got my boy hooked on NHL.
Oh yeah, you've been talking about it. Yeah, and he's spent more money than you have, but he's been doing okay though.
No, we're winning money on the fantasy.
Oh, you're not talking about fantasy, okay?
No, he chipped in with me to get the PS5 and the PS4 version of NHL.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So we connect online, and it simulates like I'm the second controller at his house.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah, because we used to hang out all night, fucking smoking weed, playing fucking Madden and NHL, like sitting on the couch. But now I don't have to go to his house. I can just sit here and pretend like I'm on his couch, and we play all of our games together. It's fucking crazy.
That is cool.
But he's hooked, man. He's loving NHL. So yeah, man, I'm gonna do that. But cheers to Drew. To have a good night. Happy Fool's Day. BE. When will we see you again?
You'll see. Well, I've got to pick the Cobra up from the airport tomorrow. But later, well, probably not tomorrow night because I haven't seen her in a while. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be out. You'll see me Thursday. I'm assuming we're doing something special for Cryptoys. Doing the sure we'll be doing some ambassador thing for that.
Yeah, we'll probably doing
like a cube opening, all that.
Well, that's the problem when I'm a Skeletor lover, right? Like I get invited to all the Motu stuff. They told me all the dirty gossip about Motu, right? But they probably won't invite me to Star Wars.
Oh no, yeah, they will. They ask everyone to go to all the things. You just got to do like a special, your own little special hour for the Motu people.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I'm assuming if I'm going.
Well, you let me know. How about that?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Your people call my people.
My people call your people. Right. So, all right, cool. Gus, good seeing you, man. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Aladdin pencils dropped today. Ooh, I forgot about that. So does that mean we can mint the desk finally, or we have to wait?
Ooh, I don't know. But that means I finally got to put gems in my damn VB account. Ugh.
Oh, that's right. You've got to buy some. Which one do you have to buy? What do you have to buy?
Just the Aladdin.
Okay.
I'm hoping they're dirt cheap. I'm hoping people just don't care anymore. And
yeah, I have a feeling people already. I mean, I saw the gauntlet, like $80. So.
Oh my god! I got. I feel like I just have to buy another gauntlet if they're $80.
I almost bought one. I'm like, well, should I buy one? But I didn't like the mint.
I would just feel better about myself to say, you know what? You got screwed. Like you got screwed. But yeah, we're gonna DCA in on this. We're gonna DGA.
Yep.
The rec gauntlet average. Little DGA action.
See, I mean, at this point, that's what Chris Severs was saying on Dean Hanano's podcast show. He's like, especially imagine being on like the partner or something like that. He's like, I'll just, dollar cost average. I don't know if that's the right play, but mentally, I guess that's the play that some people have to do.
I mean, if you have the conviction. I mean, I had that conviction in PFL. I don't have it anywhere else. And that's just the damn facts. And if I did have to say that my conviction does lie anywhere else, it's games and gamification, which is why I keep saying, like, I love Cryptoys. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the collectibles, has nothing to do with any of that stuff. I do love He-Man. I'll give them that. They got me on the collectible side with the He-Man.
Right.
But when it comes to the games, and like I'm all about the Cryptoys zoo, you know what I'm saying? Like the UFOs, because if I can make cool games using their IP and I can profit from it, it just seems like a no-brainer. So anyway, on that note, I appreciate everybody hanging out. I know B does too. Even though he won't tell you that. He's modest. But
I do appreciate everyone coming. It was good seeing you. Seeing some new faces in here that are normally on Twitter elsewhere. Thank you for coming on. Mo, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, man. I'll be live about 11 a.m.
I say I'm
Eastern.
probably sleeping in. I'll probably get up and work out. So I may just listen in to you while I work
Yeah,
out.
well, if I'm awake, basically as soon as I'm awake, I'm gonna go live and do all the reveals and the retirements and
You're going live on Kick.
yeah, kick.
Do you want to throw that in here real quick or no?
Just follow me on Twitter. It's easy,
Okay.
guys. Y'all,
Okay.
everybody in here follows me on Twitter already. It's just Mo knows.
Okay.
Follow me there. You get all the information. Stay up to date. Good stuff like that. And I will, yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip. B, thanks again for coming to hang out, brother.
Thanks. I'm just going to head off here. So I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Peace.
Everyone, peace. See you guys. Bye.